Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Now, please go ahead and share whatever your third day reveal in the chat. So seeing some responses. So very small cover, bridge, water, and ship. Okay, so I'm going to project the picture now. This is what I projected. So let me read your responses. Oasis in desert. Okay, powerful light. Christina, wonderful. It's close. Shivalingam, water. It's close, but it's not exactly. Watership. All right. So now let's move on to our next session. What is the next layer that we need to learn? Where did we stop before darshan? Of course, before darshan, it was Vishesha Diksha we learned. But before that, which layer we stopped? Anyone remember? We need to resume from that. Yes, we finished at etheric body, and we are going to learn about cosmic body. Sorry, causal body. After causal body, cosmic body, and nirvanic body. 3 more layers are there. All right? Causal body is there. Karana Sharira. Okay, so Christina, it is causal body that we need to learn. The causal body is associated with the deep pain that happens at the time of death that results in coma. The causal body is experienced in deep sleep, in deep darkness. Darkness is a beautiful energy we have been associated with right from our birth, right from when we were in our mother's womb. We originate from the darkness of our mother's womb, and we also get rejuvenated every day in darkness when we fall into deep sleep. And ultimately, we disappear also into the darkness at the time of death. Darkness is energy. In the Vedic tradition, Mother Kali is represented in dark energy. Kali in Sanskrit means darkness. Each and every one of us, by our own nature, has a layer of darkness around us. This body is called the causal body. We should understand what happens exactly when we fall into deep sleep. Whenever your body needs rest, automatically the mind is pulled down and inserted into the causal body. It is like a battery. When it is discharged, that battery is taken out and inserted into the recharger. There is also a particular time for recharging. In the same way, after your excitement for the day, the mind will be automatically pulled because it needs some rest. It will be inserted into the causal body. In the causal body, you are in darkness, but you do not want to rest in darkness. So what do? You continuously jump around in your mind. When you fight with the darkness, when you don't want to rest in darkness until you get recharged for that recharging period of half an hour or 1 hour, you create side effect, which is called depression and worry. Actually, depression is a natural phenomenon which is supposed to happen, which gives you the rest that you need. Nature gives you rest for you to get back your energy. If you can go deeply into the depression, you can go deeply into excitement also. Please understand, a person who cannot get depressed never get excited. If you know how to travel with the low mode, with the low current, then you will know how to fly with the high mode also. If you don't know how to travel with the low current, you will never be able to go to the peak of the high mode also. Darkness is the causal body. It is the place where you actually get rejuvenated. It is the layer from which you actually receive energy. When you sleep, you feel so totally refreshed because you are actually inserted into the causal body, into the darkness. Two things happen when you cooperate with that darkness. One is you do not resist depression if it happens. Also, you will not create depression at all. Be very clear, depression can never depress you if you simply depress the depression. As long as you resist it, it is depression. When you allow it, it is rest. It is deep rest. It is actually the time when you are with yourself. The problem is that you don't want to be with yourself, but you are being pulled into it. Then you fight with it. Then you name it depression, worry, suffering, everything. You must have seen in your lifetime when you are in the office and suddenly you get a call to go to home immediately. You simply obey the order, right? You don't have a problem in doing that. In the same way, you just need to know how to travel with the depression, with the darkness. You see, sometimes during a weekend, you go around and have a good time. When everything is over, you come back to your house. But when you get up the next day, your body and mind will have a hangover, isn't it? So you feel like giving it rest. You won't want to move anywhere. You just feel like lying down. Your mind does not want to work. But what do? You forcefully start moving around and creating further activity for yourself. You have a very deep hatred toward laziness. If you actually stop hating laziness, it will actually disappear from your system. A small story. Once a man went to his friend's house. His friend was a very cunning and diplomatic person. Diplomacy and cunningness go hand in hand. So you can always see that the people who are innocent will never be diplomatic. They will know what diplomacy is. They will not know what diplomacy is. But the cunning persons will know diplomacy very well. So the friend somehow wanted to drive away this man. He suddenly called his wife and said, "Bring some coffee for him." The wife shouted, "There is no sugar, no milk, there is nothing in the house." The man got up and gave his wife a kick, saying, "Fool, you do not know how to treat a guest? You don't have anything to offer to my friend? Is this the way you take care of him? Is this the way you treat a guest?" He started shouting and screaming. She started weeping and wailing. The guest saw and said, "Oh, sorry, because of me, all this is happening. Don't worry, it's time for me. It's time for me to go another function. Let me go." He got up and walked out. When the man left, the host smiled and said proudly, "See how I played the right drama and sent him out." The wife retorted, "No, it was me who played it up and sent him out." Then host replied, "I acted as if I beat you and he ran away." He said, "I acted so well as if I was crying and he ran away." At that point, the man walked in and saying, "I acted as if I have gone, but I have come back." So whenever you don't take care of the guest properly, he might just suddenly simply disappear from your house. In the same way, when laziness comes as a guest, don't pamper it too much and don't even resist it. Just don't bother about it. Don't hold on to the idea that you are lazy. As I said earlier, your body is like a rechargeable battery. It is like a battery getting discharged. It will be simply removed and put inside the charger for recharging. But the battery is not ready to wait until it gets fully recharged. It wants to again jump and play inside the toy. Understand that when you don't allow the recharging to happen, when you resist the recharging process, you create depression. If you don't resist it, you allow the process to happen for a few moments, then depression will drop you. You will see that once the batteries are recharged, they will be simply bubbling. You will have the total energy to experience the ultimate excitement. The time for recharging differs from every person. But once you know the knack of how to cooperate with the charging process, then the time will reduce and quality will also improve. So it is the knack of cooperating, the method to cooperate with the darkness that you need to learn. This is the darkness, the ultimate darkness. So understand that depression, deep sleep, and death are all the outcome of the same darkness layer. If you know how to work with the darkness, in the ordinary life, the depression will disappear. Also, the third thing, there is a fear of death will completely disappear from your system. When this happens, you will not fall into coma before you die. You will die consciously. As of now, 99% of us die only by falling into coma. This is the worst kind of death you can have, falling into coma and dying. Don't think that coma means no pain. The whole death process will start with pain. You will have the pain. From the outside, you won't feel the pain, but inside it will be excruciating. When the pain becomes too much, you will have the built-in mechanism of a painkiller. To make you forget the pain, the coma is the built-in painkiller system. Whenever your body needs to rest, but your mind is continuing in an excited and restless mood, your body cannot rest. Unless the mind itself is pulled inside the causal layer, the darkness layer, your body cannot rest. Unless your mind is blank, your body will not become blank. You will not allow your body to be blank. So your whole body and mind will be pulled and inserted into the black hole. If you resist that moment and think, oh, I have depression, you create depression by thinking you have depression. If you don't resist that moment, you will simply go inside and come out with a fully regenerated feeling. So it will be more like a complete rest rather than depression. We'll be doing the darkness meditation for this causal layer. Let's get ready for the darkness meditation. Let me explain to you. Now let us enter into the layer of darkness. So straight, throw out all the colors that are there in your mind. Keep only darkness in your mind. You have to chant Ukara mantra. Ukara sound actually. It is not Om or Om. It is just Oo. You will continuously push the air out as much as possible with the Ukara. Don't bother about breathing in. Just keep pushing the air out continuously by chanting this as deeply as possible. By pushing the air out, the body will breathe by itself. So you make your just push the air out by chanting Ukara sound. Is it clear? Understand? Elizabeth ma, do you understand ma? Take a small breath in, then chant Oo. In the small gap that is there between the final exhalation and the next short inhalation, the body will take in air by itself. So put all the effort to just throw out the air with oo sound. Throw everything out totally. I will guide you through the meditation. You will be made to visualize a dark cave inside which you are sitting and meditating. Then you will be able to enter into the layers of darkness. So please sit with your eyes closed and tie your eye bands. Start chanting Om Para. Put your whole effort only on exhaling. Just exhale. Inhalation happens by itself. You don't have to pay attention to it. Just whole awareness on Ukara, pushing the air out. Throw out all your prana, life-giving energy, life, everything, just throw them out. Just exhale. Start doing this.
Om Vishnu Swaha, Om Rudraya Swaha, Om
Now,
Mahaya Swaha.
visualize a deep, big forest wherein there is a deep and dark cave. You are sitting inside the cave. Visualize all the walls of the cave. It is a cave within a single rock. Ceiling of the cave is also a rock surface. There is just a deep darkness, soothing, relaxing, joyful darkness, comfortable darkness, totally comfortable and secure with the darkness. You are alone, sitting and meditating. Feel the darkness. It is covered by layers of darkness over darkness. Darkness totally drowned in darkness. just in your mother's womb, the same comfortable darkness of your mother's womb. Feel the utter relaxation, utter rest, with no responsibilities, only total, comfortable, peaceful darkness. You are sitting inside the dark cave and meditating on the darkness. Feel the cave. Visualize yourself inside the cave. Visualize that you are comfortably sitting and meditating on the deep darkness. Only know one word: darkness, darkness, darkness. inside the cave, you are connected to the darkness of the universe, the darkness from which the universe was born, the darkness of your mother's womb from which you were born. You are just filled with that light darkness. There is no other thought except darkness. Become the darkness. Feel that the whole thing is just darkness. Your body has disappeared into the darkness. Penetrate into the deeper and deeper layers of darkness. Just become pitch black darkness, nothing else. Space is filled with thick darkness. The darkness is much more intense and dense than the earth itself. Just take the experience of deep and peaceful darkness. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instruments. Now, Chinyu, you can come out of this meditation now. Chinyu, we are moving on to our next segment. Next is the cosmic body. The cosmic layer is the sixth energy layer. This is the body of pleasure. This is what is perceived as heaven. The very energy from this layer expresses itself as pleasure. Whenever the energy emanates from this body, it expresses itself and you feel pleasure. You feel joy. It is a deep, very deep layer. That is why you feel it very subtly. But this energy, when it comes out, has to cross the pain layer to come out. So you will always find out that your pleasure will have a coating of pain. That is why when you are enjoying something, you will always feel, will this enjoyment disappear? And because of this, you will not enjoy it fully also. This is why our joy and pleasure always seems contaminated. Our pleasure has to travel through the pain and the guilt layers. That is why it is contaminated. In the gap lies the real joy. Actually, if you see, the moments of happiness or joy happen when the mind stops. This may happen for just a few moments, but the impressions and the relaxation from the dropping of the mind will be tremendous. When I say the mind stops, I mean the mind gives a gap sometimes. For example, when you see nature, you'll be capturing thousands of scenes continuously. But at one point in time, the mind will give a gap. It is the gap that becomes an unforgettable memory. Let me tell you an incident from my life. This was during my wandering days before enlightenment. I was walking from one city to another in India. On the way to the place called Omkareshwar, there is a thick jungle and a river flowing between the two hillocks that are completely made of marble stone. Between the two hillocks, the sacred river Narmada flows. On the full moon night, I was just walking with a stick in my hand, rotating the stick and singing to myself. I was walking alongside the river. I was going down a small valley, and when I reached its end, I looked up and saw a big cliff in front of me. I saw on both sides the two big hillocks shining in the full moon. Because it is white marble, it was simply shining in the moonlight. The river was so beautifully flowing with a mild murmur. Suddenly, I saw that both the hillocks were bridged. There was a physical connection between them in the mid-air. I went a bit near and saw that the whole thing was a honeycomb. The honeycomb was at least 400 feet long. When I saw that, it just one moment, my mind gave a gap. Even now, I can see that moment. It was so ecstatic. I can remember that moment as such indescribable joy. Both the hillocks were simply connected. And the moment I perceived that, the mind gave a gap. Whenever you disappear into the nature, this often happens. Touch the deep core of pain, go through the something new. Let me tell you another incident from my life. I was on the banks of Narmada River in Omkareshwar again, the place where Shankara became enlightened. I had done many types of tapas, penances, and tried different types of meditation techniques. Actually, I literally killed myself with these meditation techniques. Finally, a very sudden and deep depression landed on me. I had a deep feeling of being cheated and thought to myself, for the sake of enlightenment, I have left my family. Whatever has to be done, according to the Vedic scriptures, almost everything has been done. But still, it is not happening. Only days are passing. One day, suddenly, maybe in the evening at around 4, I felt excruciating pain along with the deep depression. I felt that nothing more could be done. That there is no need to live anymore. Because whatever has to be done is done. I thought that earlier I had to become enlightened or I had to die. I never spent any time in my life earning money or learning how to live. I don't even know how to live. Even now, I can't count. I can't count numbers too far. I never learned anything towards life. So I thought either I had to become enlightened or I had to die. So one day, sorry, I was convinced that the whole idea of enlightenment was just a concept. I thought it was never going to happen in my life. I felt that at least there is no possibility for it in my life. So I decided, let me commit suicide. It was such an excruciating pain that made me decide to commit suicide. I entered the Narmada River, a very powerful and aggressive river. Between the two hillocks, it runs, a very deep and powerful. It has big falls as well. I thought, let me commit suicide. It is not going to be any more than 2 or 3 minutes. I will be flooded away. I started walking when the water started coming up to my hip. In the terrible fear, I just shut my eyes tightly and continued walking. I continued walking and walking. I could feel the water continuously rising. At one point, I felt my breath to be very painful. I was breathing the pain inside, the suffering inside. I was breathing the pain inside. So much of pain had gone inside, and at one moment, something hit me. Suddenly, something broke. When the breath comes out, it came out as complete bliss. But I found that I was continuing to go inside the river. I was just moving. Since I had my eyes tightly closed, I don't know how much distance I would have walked. When the breath came out with bliss, I felt completely rejuvenated. It was as if the whole of life had entered me. I fell down and saw that I was on the other shore. I do not know what had happened. What I'm telling you is the simple truth. I do not know what had happened in between, whether I walked through the water or I walked on the pebbles and rocks. I don't know. I thought that maybe the river is shallow in the part that I walked, but I heard from at least 50 people that it is not less than 200 feet. I don't know swimming till date. When I fell on the ground, I saw that I was on the other shore. That's all. Suddenly, I could very clearly feel that Narmada was laughing at me. The river Narmada is considered a virgin girl. She has always been considered to be a virgin girl. I very clearly felt she was laughing at me. I wanted to share this experience just to tell you that when you touch the deep core of pain, you will see that bliss opens in you. "90% of the people who live with the faith in God live in the more joyful and happy way. They have been much less depression than those who had no faith in God. Even if the concept of God cannot be proved in by spiritual people, even if the faith in the God is only a hypothesis, it helps you to live with a tremendous joy and happiness. Even if it is a hypothesis, it is perfectly all right because it supports life and joyful living. It makes living on the planet Earth much satisfying." What could be the best meditation for this? He's Vishwanathan has got already looks like he knows. He's broadly smiling. What is that? Can you type it? A blissful meditation, Elizabeth. Vishwanathan, ayyo. I don't know what you meant by it, but very close. Elizabeth Ma is very close. Okay. What could be the best meditation to work on the layer of happiness? Just laughing, that's all. If you laugh continuously for 42 minutes, you will get enlightened. The laughter we are talking about is not just the plastic smile we wear on our faces. Most of the time, it is not social laughter. It is uninhibited, complete laughter with the whole being. Every cell, every nerve fiber should vibrate with the laughter. You must have heard of the laughing Buddha. It is common to see laughing Buddha statue in many houses as a good luck show symbol. This laughing Buddha used to go from village to village, and all he used to do was stand up on the village square and start laughing. His laughter was so total that not only his belly, but his whole body used to shake with laughter. Just seeing him laugh, all the villagers who were gathered watching would start laughing. Within minutes, the entire village would be roaring with laughter. In the gaps of the laughter, when the mind was choicelessly still, the consciousness of the village would be simply uplifted. Without a single word uttered, the entire village would be in meditation. Such is the simple but extremely powerful meditation of laughter. Laughing is what works directly on the bliss within you. It is laughing that brings you out of the bliss energy. It breaks the solidified layers, melts them, and spreads the energy throughout the body. So, in this meditation, you have to laugh till I say stop. Sit down and close your eyes. Start breathing. Breathe as deeply as possible and start laughing. Let's see who will laugh with their whole body. All of you, rest of you, some of you are on camera on and some of you are not. I request all of you to be on camera to do this meditation of laughter. With Swamiji's laughter and you all have to start. That's all. Not laughing.
Anyhow, first thing is first, what can be done?
Are you able to hear? Come on, all of you don't close your eyes and as if you
Nithyananda Maha. Anyhow, first thing is first, what can be done? Hmm?
now let's start doing the laughter meditation.
Nithyananda Maha Sadashi.
Play. Play continuously. Okay, I'll try. But you start. Somewhere you have to start. And you can unmute your mic and start laughing so that others can listen.
Anyhow, first thing is first, what can be done? Hmm?
Let me try to unmute myself.
Anyhow, first thing is first, what can be done? Hmm?
Okay, so now you can unmute. Now you can unmute. Come on, all of you start laughing.
Anyhow,
Your
first
heart
thing is
out.
first, what can be done?
Only Swamiji is laughing. None of you are laughing. Still receiving the same message? Okay. One moment. I thought I ended.
Ananda Mahasa.
It is unchecked actually. Participant can Unmute. I'm not sure. Okay, so now try it.
Om Nithyananda Sada.
I don't hear you laugh. Let me tell you, see, Swamiji used to start this meditation, right? We used to laugh. We don't know. Like, so long, it goes on and on and on. Then after that, Swamiji will say, stop. We have to stop, right? It's a meditation. We have to stop at one point. But who will stop? Once you start, you will not be able to stop. On and on and on. It used to be very tough to stop because somebody will start again. Big class, right? Somebody will start again and everybody will stop laughing again. Again and again. It used to be roared with laughter. I don't know how long. Such a joyful meditation and the program with Swamiji. Beautiful. So what you need to carry forward with this is, the more you laugh, the more you touch the cosmic layer. For everything. Anything you want to share, you please do let me know. And then we'll move on to our last layer, which is Nirvanic layer. The Nirvanic layer is associated with bliss. It is so subtle that it almost doesn't exist. It is almost the Atman, just the step before. So what is the way to explore this last step? What is the way to bring out the energy of this last step? By totally cutting yourself from the past. No evolution will help, only a revolution will help. This moment of touching the nirvanic body is the moment when the seed takes the decision to sprout. When the seed is sprouting, the seed will experience agony. The moment when you take the decision to make the jump, you take the decision to go beyond. You take the decision with all your consciousness, with all your energy to go beyond the body and mind. When you realize that everything you are experiencing is just your own conditioning, you suddenly wonder, is this life really worth living? So many desires, so many sufferings, so much of guilt, so much of pain, only one layer of joy. And that also through the layers of pain. Look at your whole past. This is what it is, right? All your guilt, pain, suffering coming from where? From the past, isn't it? It is coming from the past conditioning. Look at your whole past. Read what you actually have to write. Write all your past pains, your sufferings, everything you have to write. Read what you actually written. Almost for everybody, the past is more like a wound which needs to be operated upon or thrown out from the being. When you consciously decide to drop the past, you can actually drop it. Understand a few things. Your past is simply your conditioning. When you understand it is the only conditioning, can't you drop it? As long as you think it is you can't drop it. But if you understand that it is your conditioning, you can simply drop it. When you psychologically drop it, even physically, the whole thing will change. That is the beauty of it. The nirvanic layer is the layer that is the master always in. So how do we relate with the master? When you come in front of the master, just feel a deep love, that's all. Feel a deep love in front of him. That's enough. Nothing else is needed. Nothing else needs to be done. There is no other code of conduct to be followed. Many people come in front of me and do all sorts of things, like either showing off too much or displaying too much humility. The ones who show too much humility are the cunning ones. The really innocent one just come and sit on the seat on which I am sitting or just next to me. And I always find that these innocent people are not only good to me, they are good to everybody. People who put up all sorts of show know only how to act, not how to be. So there is no need to know how to act. Just be, that's enough. A small story from Ramana Maharshi's life. A farmer went to Ramana Maharshi's ashram and tried to sit with him. Because he had knee pain, he sat on a small stool. Some of the ashramites shouted, "Oh, you can't sit in front of Bhagavan on a stool. You are to sit only on the ground." Bhagavan gestured to them and laughed. On the roof, a monkey was sitting right above Ramana's head. He asked, "What will you do about that monkey?" "He's sitting right above my head." So understand that all these quotes and protocols are just foolishness. I don't see any juice in it. When you can have tears of love, tears of gratitude in your eyes, that's the real thing. That's the real way to conduct yourself in the presence of the Master. Nothing else is needed. If you really understand whatever is taught and whatever is spoken, will you be the same person when you go back? No, you will never be the same person. You can never be the same person. So naturally, when you meet the Master, you will be reborn. You will have a second birth. There are three types of womb. One is the garbha, which is carried by your mother, which gives birth to a child. The next is Hrid Garbha. If you carry a great ideology in your heart, if you give birth to a book or painting or a great scripture, these are all from your Hrid Garbha, womb from your heart. If you carry the Master's presence or deep gratitude in you, you give birth to yourself through Jnana Garbha, from the knowledge, the womb of wisdom. So the Master totally destroys your past. He makes you drop from your past and gives you a new life. Only total disconnection from the past can help you grow. There is no question of evolution. It is always only a revolution. Evolution can never happen. Only a revolution can happen. So just drop from your past. Just decide totally, consciously, and drop from your past. Don't think, oh, I don't know how to put this whole thing into practice. No, simply throw the old personality out. Don't respect your old habits that they are in to threaten to come back. Don't respect the old body. Don't respect the old mind. Don't respect the old conditioning. Simply decide. This is how I'm going to live from now onwards. That's why I will live forever. A small story, which is a very powerful story. Once there was a rat in king's palace. The king wanted to kill the rat. One day, he called his soldier and ordered him to kill it. When the soldier entered the room, suddenly, from somewhere, the rat jumped onto his face. He lost his balance, got frightened, and ran out of the room, shouting, "No, no, 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 oh king, the rat is too big. I don't think the rat can be killed by anybody." Seeing the frightened and shivering soldier, the king got frightened and thought, "Oh, this rat is something totally different. I do not know what to do." He called the palace cat and ordered it to go and kill the rat. The soldier told the cat, "Don't think it is an ordinary rat. I went and I was totally shaken, so be careful." Anyway, the palace cat got ready with all his paraphernalia. He exercised for 2 or 3 days at the gym and took a special diet of food. On the day of the fight, he entered the room. Again, the rat jumped on the cat's face. The cat got totally frightened and lost its balance and ran out. Now, the rat became the challenge for the whole country. Even the palace cat could not do anything about it. So the king announced, anybody who kills the rat will be given a special prize. So many cats were brought. They tried to catch the rat, but it just couldn't. In a remote village, an old man had a cat. He thought, why not try my cat? He asked the cat, will you kill the rat in the king's palace? The cat said, why not? Let's go. The man brought the cat. It was a very lean cat. He let the cat inside the room. The cat simply killed the rat and came out. The king asked in utter disbelief, how did you do it? Even the palace cat could not do it. How did you have the courage? How did you do it? The cat replied, what? I'm a cat. It's my nature to kill a rat. I just caught the rat. That's it. So understand that while your nature is so clean and straightforward, simply being influenced by past experiences and undue conditioning only makes you spoil your real nature. You always think, no, the last time I tried, things were a failure. Nothing worked. I think this time too. The same thing is going to happen. Don't have all those past things in your memory. Even the idea, the last time I failed is past. Cut it from your very root. Drop from the very root of the past. Someone came and told me, Swamiji, last year alone, I stopped smoking 27 times. Just imagine, understand, it is you who gives energy to the past. The past can never control you on its own because there is no entity called past. The past is actually dead. It is you who gives it life. By the time you reach the nirvanic layer, you will be without samskaras and at the doorstep of enlightenment. You have to let go now to reach enlightenment. It happens on its own. It cannot be made to happen. It is like a river water. It stays in your hands as long as your hands are open. Once you close your hands to possess the water, there is no water. Bliss is like a flowing river. It is choicelessness. If you try to make bliss a choice, it will be absent. If you can understand the purposelessness of life as a part of the grand plan of existence, you will reach this layer. The river flows without a purpose, right? Does the river have any purpose? No. Yet it flows so blissfully. The ego believes that there is a purpose to life, material, relational, spiritual. The more purposes there are, the stronger your ego feels. If you drop all purposes and still hold on to the purpose of enlightenment also, it is futile. Only when you realize that life is totally purposeless and you drop your ego will enlightenment happen to you. Even if you apply your strong logic, you cannot find the purpose of existence. The purpose of existence is bliss. That's all. How can we enjoy without possessing, without making something our own? We are like water bubbles on a wave of the ocean. Each bubble catches hold of a few more bubbles and calls them wife, husband, father, son, and collects shells thinking they are jewels. The bubble does not understand that it can burst any moment, and once it bursts, none of this will hold good. When you're ready to digest that everything is purposeless, whether material, relational, or spiritual, only then life acquires meaning. The moment you have a goal, you miss the path. The mind always waits for something to happen. It waits for salary, weekly, monthly, yearly, 5-yearly. If someone offers you 100 years salary, ask you to die tomorrow, will you die? When you measure your life by paycheck, you reduce, you reduce your spirit to matter. Your ego is stuck on what you see as a purpose in life. An elderly lady came to me with her son. She wanted me to take him to the ashram as a brahmachari. I was surprised since usually no parent would like the child to be a sannyasi. Vivekananda is great, but no one wants his son to be a Vivekananda. I asked her why she wanted him to be at the ashram. She said that he is mentally not sound. I told her, I run an ashram, not an asylum. So we have many reasons why we cannot do things. By the time you finish one responsibility, you will have 10 more waiting for you. Running becomes your conditioning, not relaxing. When you are young, you tell yourself that you will relax after your graduation from university. Then you shift the goal post to marriage, then to children, then to educating children, then to their marriage. Can you relax after you are 60? Then by then, you have missed your path itself. Even I know many people, they'll say they have to take care of the grandchildren. That is their responsibility. You miss the path itself. The primal sin you can commit is miss the path of life by following goals. When you live, allow your being to be blissful. When you start hurrying, think about what you are hurrying for. Do not allow restlessness in you, thinking that it will settle down. That will never happen. If you are not able to relax into the present moment, even after fulfilling your responsibilities, you will not be able to relax. Whenever you run, just think why and what for. You may have a big house, drive a big car, and the people around you might always be praising you. But can you carry anything of this with you? Can you carry with this even a single checkbook? No, it is all purposeless. When you understand this purposelessness, healing happens. If you allow this understanding to happen, even if you are abused, you will heal. The understanding itself will guide you. You may be thinking, all my life I have had a purpose. All my life has been fine. But now you say everything is purposeless. Whether you like it or not, that's the truth. Your seeing me is a dream. Scriptures say that the moment you see an enlightened master, you become enlightened. Understand, seeing me is not the same thing as looking at me, which is what you do, looking with your eyes. Seeing is with the being. The closer you come to the master, the more your understanding of him changes. Your maturity allows you to see me differently as you grow. People get a shock when I tell them about the purposelessness of life. Restlessness hides the purposelessness from you. It hides the path with the goal. Please understand this and be healed. All your dreams of the future and all your guilt of the past will disappear, and ephemeral joys and sufferings will vanish. In Tiruvannamalai, my hometown, there was a saint by name Yogi Ramasurat Kumar. He was innocent as a child. Whenever people came to him, whenever their problem, whatever their problem was, he would say, all right. When someone died, he would say, all right. If someone's son was getting married, he would say, all right. I asked him, Sami, why do you say all right to everything? He said, everything is just purposeless. Whatever you think has a purpose has no meaning. Whenever you remember the truth of purposelessness, healing will happen and suffering will disappear. You need the courage to pursue the truth. Life will then take on a different path. You will live as a liberated soul. You will never drop your job, relationship, or wealth. You will drop only what you do not have. You will drop the mental associations. You will drop the fantasy of a throne and start enjoying the seat on which you are sitting. When purpose is dropped, meaning will happen. You actually become tired not by doing things, but by thinking of how much you have done. The play of the mind makes you tired and dull. You constantly struggle, you are restless. Once you understand why you feel tired and dull, you will switch track. When you switch track, you will never think that you are doing anything great. Now we'll be doing one meditation. You have done this meditation before. The Swamiji recommended meditation for this. Which is Nithya meditation. All of you get ready to do the Nithya meditation. Nithya gives you what you need to balance yourself. Question, my Elizabeth is asking, I thought that by living your life for others, one's grandchildren were included. Yes, ma. See, what I'm trying to say here is people, postpone their spiritual path, the seeking. In the name of, they give reason. Oh, I am studying now. I need to get a job. You get a job and you get married. And because I see many Indians, even at the 60, they think that they have so much of responsibility. They do not bother about their spiritual aspect of it. Why only your grandchildren? Why not others? You can take care of your grandchildren, but why not the whole world? Why not the other children? Why not the serving others who are actually in need? It is your attachment to your kids. You are taking care of them. There's nothing, I'm not saying something wrong here. I'm saying what you are letting go for the sake of, there are many, I personally see. They are so much bothered about their grandchildren. They just finish their responsibilities and they should grow up to serve others, including their grandchildren, not just their grandchildren. You understand, ma? That's the difference. Then there is no growth. You are so attached to your own. Elizabeth, ma, you're getting it? If you're stopping serving only your grandchildren, what does that mean? No, that should be there. More time for spiritual growth, self should be the whole life, not postponed for any reason. When you follow this path, all your life will be aligned to you have best life, you have best relationship, you have best working relationship, you have success in business, all that will follow because you operate your life with the powerful cognitions, right? That cannot be postponed. But when it comes to the reason why I said is, I have seen people who say they postpone. They say, oh, now I'm too young to follow spiritual path. I don't need, I have a life to live. And they say, when I'm old, there's a time for, they think that spirituality is for only old people. When I get old, I will follow this. But when they get old, they still not let go of their responsibility. They take up their grandchildren responsibility also and postpone again. Then who is the loser? This, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, but why are you not, when even at the age 60, you are not grown up to live for others, not just with your own family, immediate family, then that is called attachment. Yes. So keep the spiritual path all the way, still caring for others, including grandchildren. Perfect. Perfect. But leave everything, only grandchildren. That is what I'm talking about. People, I don't have time because I have to take care of my grandkids. They will say that. Say if I call, come attend a program, Paramashivoham program, you will learn. They'll say, no, I have to take care of my grandchildren. So many people tells me they don't have time for anything. What you said, this last sentence, this is what I mean. Okay? Keep learning, because that's a primary responsibility. Keep the spiritual path all the while, still caring for, you automatically care for others. When you are in the spiritual path, automatically care for others. And don't use taking care of grandchildren as an excuse. Yes, that is what exactly I mean. Yes. Now you get it? I've known many people, they're given, even at the age 60, 70, they're given excuse of taking care of, oh, my son is working, my daughter-in-law working, who will take care of their children? So I don't have time to attend any program. I have to take care of my grandchildren. Their responsibilities are over. When they are young, their kids are young, they earned, they raise the kids, everything is over. When you ask at the young age, they'll say, oh, now my life is too busy. I have a life to live. The spiritual truth, when we are old, that time we'll do. All my responsibilities over, that time I'll do. But that time, what they will do? They will just get one more attachment to take care of the grandchildren, and this again, they postpone. Then life will soon end. Then again, it's a simple life. There is, you miss the original essence of life, isn't it? You, from the engage, from the kid onwards, send them to Gurukul, or at least e-Gurukul, or teach the spiritual truth. That is what in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the kids were brought. Even the king, they sent the kids to Gurukul. In the Gurukul, even the king, the princess, they live an ordinary life, a sannyas life, a brahmachari life when they are learning. Then, where they learn spiritual secrets, spiritual truths. You understand, ma? Yes. So, I've seen people who are following Swamiji and following these powerful teachings, they have the best relationships. And I've shared multiple times, people are successful in their businesses by following Swamiji teaching, and they have less conflicts in life. Their life living the fullest. But don't postpone for the sake, for thinking that you have this responsibility or that responsibility. You will do with much more enthusiasm. You will become much more responsible, expanded version of you. What is spiritual seeking? You find out your highest self. With that one, we are teaching Advaita. What is Swamiji's primary teaching? Advaita. Everyone is part of you. Isn't it? What we learned from this Nithyananda Spurana? Only in the physical layer, yesterday also we learned, right? Only in the physical layer, you are separate, I am separate. But at the core, when it comes to the deeper subtle layers, we are all one. Your mental layers, the negative thought current, add it to the collective consciousness. Your thoughts affect the whole world. So it is a primary responsibility for everyone. First, learn these teachings. Follow this path, then lead that a regular life will become a beautiful, blissful life. They live their peak possibility. But unfortunately, we see people postponing, for they think that they have many responsibilities and continue to their struggles, their conflicts, their incompletions. Small things they get affected. Right? So let's get ready for the last meditation for today.
Adjust yourself, make yourself comfortable. Then I lead you step by step. Yes. The first step, please understand, first step of the process is chaotic breathing, means awakening and arising the prana, life energy level in your body to its peak possibility. It is the most dynamic aspect. You can put your hands on the hip and start breathing as deep as possible and as powerfully as possible. It's like a hyperventilating you. That's all, nothing else. Hyperventilating. I can show you. Use your whole body to breathe. The first step is 7 minutes. you want, you can sit on your heels with knees and feet together in Vajrasana, or you can sit comfortably. But use your whole body and breathe. Use your whole body and breathe. I can demonstrate by myself. See here. Use your whole body and breathe as deeply as possible and as powerfully as possible, but as comfortably as possible. Let your whole body become alive. Let the hyperventilation happen in you. Be sincere as much as you can. Do it as long as you are comfortable. Just don't increase your high blood pressure if you are high blood pressure, do it mildly, comfortably. Others do it sincerely, authentically. Now move to the next step. Intense humming. Sit in the same way, either sitting on your knees or sit comfortably, but hum as intensely as possible. Let your whole awareness be with the humming sound. It's almost like if you put your mouth into empty vessel and create a vibration, how it will be same way. Hum as intensely as possible. Let your whole body vibrate with that humming sound. Possible, as intensely as possible. As deeply as possible. move to the next step. Bring your awareness to the 7 energy centers in your body. I'll guide you step by step. First, the root of the spine. Visualize yourself a powerful, bright sun in your root center, the root of the spine. Be in the space of restful awareness. Bring your awareness to the spleen center, the spleen area. Visualize yourself as a powerful light, the spleen area. Bring yourself to the navel center. See yourself in your navel center as a powerful light. bring your awareness to the heart center. Center of the heart. Visualize yourself as a powerful light. Now, bring your awareness to the throat center, Vishuddhi chakra. Now, bring your awareness to the third eye, between both the eyes, Ajna chakra. See yourself as a powerful light on the third eye. Bring your awareness to the crown center. The top of your head, Sahasrara chakra. See yourself as a light on the crown center. With my integrity and authenticity, I bless you all. Let you all experience Kundalini awakening. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Now, just relax, sit in the space of unclutched, decide to yourself, you will sit in the space of perpetual completion. Any incompletion comes up, complete and drop them. Be in the space of perpetual completion. Any doubt, fear, powerlessness comes up in you, distractions comes up in you, complete them and drop them. Be in the space of perpetual completion, unclutched. I bless you all and initiate all of you. Let your Kundalini Shakti be intensely awakened. Let your brain mirror the neuron activities of an incarnation, the peak possibility. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya.
கருணார்ணவமாய் கருதக்கதி நல்கும் அருணாச்சல சிவமீதா சிவன் இதய பதியாமொரு மறுமத்தலம் பதியாமவனாகிலே பதிவாரொளி மலையாய் நிதம் அருணாச்சலமேனவே அஜோதியும் ஈசனினால் அமரர் ஏற்றி வழிபட்ட நாள் மாசி சிவராத்திரி அம்மக்கு தந்தி உருவாயும் மொழி நங்குகிரியாக தங்களருளால் உலகம் தங்குவதற்குறைவன் சித்தனென என்றும் எனதுள்ளே பொங்கி ஒளிருந்து வைப்பல் போதமொடு என்றுள்ளே தகையவியலால் கொல்லாவினைகள் புகழீது இல்லாததுலாம் எது கண்ணுறலால் எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே தெரியலை கண்ணுற்றால் கருத்தினால் ஊற கருதினால் உண்மை வருத்தமுறாது வராத வேதாந்த அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் பார்க்கும் உண்டாமே அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் பார்க்கும் உண்டாமே யோசனை மூன்றாம் நித்தல வாசற்கு வாசருதி கையாதியும் பாசமில் சாயுச்சியம் பயக்கும் ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே
என்றுமே அறவோரன்பர்க்கு இருப்பிடமித்தலும்தான் ஒன்றுவாக்கிற பின்னாலும் உண்மை பந்தோல் பொன்னி ஒன்று நாடு மொழியும் தீயோர் உடன் ஒரு கடத்தின் வங்கி குன்று அருளை ஈசன் கோபமென்றனர் விழாவே குன்று அருளை ஈசன் கோபமென்றனர் விழாவே குன்று அருளை ஈசன் கோபமென்றனர் விழாவே
கருணார்ணவமாய் கருதக் கதிநல்கும் அருணாச்சல சிவமேதா அதுவே தலம் அருணாச்சலம் தலம் யாவிலும் அதிகம் அது பூமியின் இதயம் அறி அதுவே சிவன் இதய பதியாமொரு மறுமத்தலம் பதியாமவனாகிலே பதிவானொளி மலையாய் நிதம் அருணாச்சலமெனவே ஆதி அருணாச்சல பேரற்புதலிங்க குருக்கள் ஆதிநாள் மார்கையில் ஆதிரை அஜோதியையும் ஈசனை மாமரர் ஏற்றி வழிபட்ட நாள் மாசி சிவராத்திரி அம்மக்கு தந்தி உருவாயும் ஒரு நங்குகிரியாக தங்களருளால் உலகம் தாங்குவதற்கன்று நங்குறைவன் சித்தனென என்றும் எனதுள்ளே பொங்கி ஒளிரும் புகைப்பல் போதமொடு என்றுள்ளே எல்லா உலகும் இத்தகையவியலால் பொல்லாவினைகள் குணமாய் புகழேது இல்லாததுவாம் எது கண்ணுறலால் எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே ஒரு தெரியல் இல்லை உற்று கண்ணுற்றால் கருத்தினால் ஊற கருதினால் உண்மை வருத்தமுறாது வராத வேதாந்த அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் பார்க்குண்டாமே அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் பார்க்குண்டாமே யோசனை மூன்றாம் இத்தலவாசற்கு வாசருதி கையாதியும் பாசமில் சாயுச்சியம் பயக்கும் ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே
என்றுமே அறமோரன்பர்க்கு இருப்பிடமித்தனந்தான் ஒன்றுவாக்கிற பின்னாலும் உண்மை பந்தோல் பொன்னி ஒன்றுராத மொழியும் தீயோர் உடன் ஒரு கடத்தின் கங்கி குன்று அருளை ஈசன் கோபமெந்தனல் விழாவே குன்று அருளை ஈசன் கோபமெந்தனல் விழாவே குன்று அருளை ஈசன் கோபமெந்தனல் விழாவே
கருணார்ணவமாய் கருதக்கதினல்கும் அருணாச்சல சிவமே.
I bless you all. Let you all experience the complete completion with yourself and others. Let you all be the space of perpetual completion. Let you all be the space of perpetual possibility. Let you all be the space of perpetual living enlightenment. Let you all be the space of perpetual living Advaita. I request every one of you, please practice this life bliss meditation every day. The guiding music is available for free download in our website. You can download this music with voice guided. The guided CD is available in our website for free download. I request all of you to download this guided meditation CD from our website and practice this meditation every day and experience the happiness dose of happiness in your life. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
I hope all of you enjoyed this program today, Nithyananda Spurana. And tomorrow, let me see what is the topic. Would you like to share anything? You can share quickly before we conclude the sessions for today. Tomorrow is living enlightenment. We're going to learn about living enlightenment. So let's pay our deepest gratitude to Swamiji. With the space of deep gratitude, let's conclude with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tasat. Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, everyone. Thank you so much and see you all tomorrow.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Ma.